Salutations, citizens, I'm Dan Hill.
And I'm Jack Mann, and you're here for the final day of
the Super Nintendo Super Smash Bros. Super Fighting Amiibo Invitational 17.
Yes, you join us here in the weather-beaten ruins of Swindon as we see the final 4 of 58 competitors duke it out for a position at the top.
And I think what we can really say about these 4 competitors is that somehow they are still here.
Somehow. And since it's the final, let's take a look at what they'll be winning.
That's right, the prestigious Queen's Shield.
Isn't it shiny? And of course with the beautiful, pristine face of our monarch. God bless her. Bless her.
Yes.
And with that, let's see our first semi-finalists.
So we have Shulk and Little Mac here. I think one surprise in Little Mac, who really got his act together in his quarter-final to pull himself through, but Shulk's been strong throughout.
That's true, apart from the bit where Little Mac pulled himself together. Frankly, his performance has been laughable. It's a miracle that he's made it this far, but again, he is the underdog, as shown by his level.
Let's see if he can pull off another miracle here.
So to keep it fair, because of course we care about that, the semi-finals and finals will all be on the Battleground stage.
Here we go, so a bit of shadow boxing there from our competitors, and now they're getting in it. I think that range from Shulk is going to be a problem.
Yeah, Little Mac needs to get in there. Fortunately, he is an in-boxer, I've decided. So that shouldn't be a problem.
He's mostly just punching the ground.
It's a display of masculinity. They're just showing off much like peacocks do with their tail feathers, except with fists and a sword.
So here we go. He's actually pulling this off somehow, just with that one down smash.
Yeah, well, that boxing experience has taught him well in the art of edge hogging, as he knows to knock people out of the ring, the traditional way of winning in sports, but sadly he doesn't have that vertical recovery.
Devastating.
He's down.
And it would have been a tragic loss there, that he was so close to getting a KO punch, except he's never used it.
Yes. Could he manage to get one in the semi-finals though? Maybe pull it around?
Big punch there, takes out Shulk. He's not made it look so like such a deficit.
Now that it's one-on-one, in fact that's it, yes, it's boxing. When it was against multiple opponents, he was confused, but now it's one-on-one. It's his game.
Shulk in his game is used to wandering around and saying generic emo anime things, which generally works better in a crowd.
And in a British accent. Yes, if Little Mac was a giant robot, he might be feeling the sweat here, but as is, he's...
Here's that utterly pointless KO punch. Has he learned how to press the button yet?
I doubt it.
He sure hasn't.
But we'll... Oh, yeah, you're right, he used it, and no... No. Maybe if he was a little slightly higher level, he might have learned that punching the air doesn't actually secure victory.
So here we go. Shulk pulling it back, and that big backslash to the front.
And again, that just no horizontal recovery either. He's got the strength, but he lacks the air-ness. Yes, I think that's the official term.
Here we go. So, we've seen Little Mac pull it back before here. Once you're at even remotely high percentages, he's got that. Exactly that. The punch. Which is pretty much all he has as a boxer.
And Shulk has a glass jaw, as we well know. From that time he lost his jaw.
Oh,
just
right
like then.
Sword. That jump power, it's almost impossible to get rid of him. He needs to be gone in that one shot.
And he's glowing green, his favourite colour. Can Little Mac's greenness compensate?
You wouldn't like him when he's angry.
I don't like him anyway. So, that's true. In fact, honestly, it's difficult to become emotionally invested in either of these competitors. But I have a feeling that Shulk's going to take it. Sadly.
Here we go. So, 136. Mac just needs a solid hit here before his life increases too much. Here's that KO punch.
Even if he manages to capitalise on this, he's still got... No,
That really cut us short with his disappointing performance there.
As I said, it was a miracle Little Mac made it this far. Frankly, I mean... That was embarrassing.
There was no place for him in the final with that kind of performance.
His coach is going to be beating him hard tonight. Well, let's waste no time and move straight into the second and final semi-final of our day. That's generally how semi-finals work, I believe.
2 for 2.
And speaking of two, we've got two competitors here, Bowser Jr. and Lucina, children of other competitors, fighting for their approval.
Now, Bowser Jr. managed to pull it back in his last match after dicking around in the fountain, riding on a boat, and generally being pointless. Lucina, on the other hand, had a good showing.
Yes, and you can see the difference in their levels. Is that going to come into play here? Let's find out. And we're back on the battlefield for the second semi-final. I don't believe either of these competitors will have an advantage or a disadvantage here.
So this is... yeah, an aerial battle as expected, given that Bowser Jr. spends most of his time in a flying plane.
And Lucina has a sword and can jump.
Two things that are going to work well for her here. Probably when combined, rather than just in sequence.
If she jumps and then uses her sword upon landing, it's not going to go well for her. Although, it seems to be doing alright for her. She's got the 20% lead here, but that lead could just as quickly... there it goes!
Down to
disappear.
1%. Some edge play here. This is, out of range twice.
And Bowser Jr. is trying to get his balls up in her face, and he just cannot connect.
Far too young.
Far too.
Here we go, and nice juggle by Lucina, but doesn't capitalise on it.
Yeah, it's difficult to knock a cloud car with a little propeller on out of the top of the arena, as it turns out. Not impossible, but tough.
So here we go. Highlight for both of them. It would just take one big hit for Bowser Jr. to pull himself ahead.
Does Lucina have any big hits in her arsenal? Yes.
That one.
That one was big enough, as it turns out.
This might be it, though.
Well, she took a moment to reflect on her victory there, and Cat Bowser grabbed her with a claw.
Wave perhaps to her father in the audience. And by audience, I mean graveyard.
He's just a big face in the sky for her now, which is probably what's distracting her.
Here we go, both on equal life. We're back.
13 and 13. Unlucky for some, and unlucky for Bowser here.
Taking it ahead, trying to get the lower ground here, I think. The old anti-Obi-Wan.
Yes.
Will it pay off? Smash Ball now. Lucina's proven that she can actually use this. Bowser Jr.'s never really had the chance.
So he's an unknown element, you might say. But Lucina got it, and can she capitalise? No. In fact, that may have cost her the match. Oh, she recovers. Unlike Little Mac, she's got the recovery there, and a strong sword hit to Bowser Jr.'s face there.
You don't want a sword anywhere near your face.
No, that's on the instructions. But Bowser has a large fork to counter with that. Between the two of them, they can eat a huge meal.
Well, here we go, dancing around. Again, it wouldn't take much from Bowser Jr. to catch this one up. Though he is going to need to start going on the offensive.
He's playing it safe, and it's working. Lucina's having trouble reacting to that strategy. There's only so many times you can poke a clown car with a sword before the sword starts to break.
Also in the instructions.
Let's
see what happens here. Just plenty of hits, but not anything really converting for Lucina.
They're just bouncing around like balls. Speaking of which, Bowser's got his back out again, and there we go! He balls her right up.
So
Lucina now just has to even the ground here before she takes any damage if she wants to keep this even, and
that's it.
She's done it.
Juggle.
It's now one stock each, 0-0. Lucina's taken a moment to dash about a little bit, keep herself limber. Oh, but
quick advantage, but no conversion for Bowser Jr. and Lucina brings it back just like that with a little juggle combo. At level 19, they're finally acting like Smash Brothers players.
It's like they're learning.
God help us all.
What if they become too strong?
Well, this could turn the tide with one stock left for either player.
Oh, and he's got it! He's turned into evil Mario!
How many times is Mario in this contest?
He just refuses to be eliminated. But he's Nintendo's mascot, he's too powerful and... Oh, not quite!
Not quite. But it'll just take a swing of the old balls.
And he's happy to swing them.
Oh, that might be it!
Oh, right to the face! And that's it! That's it! Lucina is down. She could not take it. Bowser Jr.
It's in the finals.
I mean, yeah. Apparently.
Should we just start this again?
It's tempting.
So, before we get into the finals, our losers here have a chance to atone for their mistakes. Lucina and Little Mac will face off in a third place playoff.
Affectionately referred to as the loser round, but at this point, that pretty much describes all of them. It's another match of swords versus fists on the battlefield. Didn't go well for Little Mac last time. Unlikely to go well for him again.
Look at the level difference as well. 16 and 22 just shows how badly Little Mac did in his semi-finals and how close Lucina was to victory.
Yeah, she's put a lot of effort into this match, and it's unfortunate that it's not going to pay off for her, but she can at least take the bronze here, and that's something. It's not much, but it's something. And as predicted, Little Mac is having trouble keeping up with her fists, but
his damage output is just so high that he can bring it back together just like that.
he does need to connect for that, and Lucina has the range advantage and the recovery advantage, and she's better looking and smells nicer.
All of these things are true.
Unless you like the smell of old man sweat, in which case, you know, you do you.
Like everyone from Brooklyn. Here we go. Oh, sneaking in there before the end of the combo.
I think he kicked her. I don't think that's allowed.
Oh! Walked straight into it. Little Mac ahead. Proving what a hideous joke this tournament is.
Yeah, as it turns out, as soon as he starts fighting a woman, he gets serious. But again, Cat doesn't have that recovery.
And a taunt from Lucina there. Probably not disrespectful, more like completely legitimate.
Oh, and let's just see that again. She just walked right through him, like she doesn't even care.
Utter disdain.
It's going to be embarrassing for her if she doesn't manage to capitalise on it now.
A quick hit, but she needs to avoid those big hits that Little Mac is just sort of throwing out at random.
And in fairness, it's pretty much his entire strategy, and it's gotten him this far. Can he get him the bronze? Or will he be stuck with the copper? What comes after bronze?
The brown medal.
Brown medal!
So, at level 23, you'd think Lucina would have learned to dodge by now.
He's using the strategy of, I'm just going to slash at the air, and if you get in the way, it's your own fault.
Up to 89, can Little Mac even recover from that distance?
No, he can't.
No, not really.
As soon as Little Mac takes any amount of damage, Lucina can just knock him away, and then watch as he pathetically tries to claw at the edge of the stage. Doesn't help that he's wearing boxing mitts.
And here we go. We're really just watching a countdown to Lucina's third place victory at this point.
It's almost certainly a guarantee at this point, but maybe if Little Mac gets a final smash in, that might be enough to take to even the ground, but...
Or learns to press the KO button. What on earth is he doing?
Again, he's just punching the air and hoping that something's going to go fill the space.
So close to that KO button. Right,
there
let's
it
see
is.
if he's finally learned his last opportunities, perhaps.
A KO and a well-timed smash ball could take it, but...
That's not the right button.
Oh! That wasn't it either, but it was enough! And he's still got the KO to go! Can he bring this around?
Strategy all along.
No. As expected, the underdog lost, and the pretty sword lady has taken the victory. And by victory, I mean not quite as big a loser as Little Mac.
Surely her dad at this point must be nonplussed.
I imagine the rolling in his grave has lessened to a gentle wiggle.
Well, that leaves us with just one thing.
The finals. And here we are, citizens. This is the moment we've all been waiting for, apparently. The finals! Shulk versus Bowser Jr.
Let's take a look at our competitors.
Oh, they are dead-eye focused there.
You can really see the look of determination locked in, almost unmoving.
So without further ado, let's see if we can somewhat salvage this parade of disappointment as we go into the final. And despite me saying that Battleground was going to be used for the final earlier, I lied, and we're actually fighting on Final Destination.
Much more appropriate, and Shulk is wasting no time. No Shulk time.
Ho ho!
Here we go, but that car from Bowser Jr. is running him down. Oh, the vision! I forgot he even had that.
I don't know what that is. I'm guessing that's the drill thing?
No, the counter.
Oh, right.
Here we go. So Shulk really keeping him away with the range.
Trying to shoot him with a cannon. He's got the balls out already. He's just everything. Fists, balls, fork. He's throwing out all the tricks and seeing what sticks.
We've seen what happened with Lucino. What he wants to be is in deep with his balls.
Yes.
Balls deep.
That's the only way to go for Bowser Jr.
Shulk's!
Oh, he dropped off the ledge to there. I don't know why Bowser Jr. was hanging on to it, but his grip didn't seem firm. I think Shulk could have taken that if he wanted to, and he made a mistake there.
Balls again for Bowser Jr. He just needs a solid hit, but Shulk is taking damage before he's got a chance.
It's not looking good for the anime pretty boy here. But
Drills again.
Drilled him in.
And walked right into that one.
Shulk needs to believe in himself and not the me that believes in him, because I certainly don't.
Here we go, both at level 18.
Vision!
But didn't quite connect with it right.
I think...
Here it is, and the Smash Ball.
Oh, and the Smash Ball is in the play now.
If Bowser Jr. gets this, it's going to be almost impossible for Shulk to bring this back.
Yes.
On the other hand, if Shulk gets this, it's going to be... Oh no, he actually hit!
He got it, and he's much like the coward Mega Man. He summoned in his friends to do his dirty work for him.
It's been 3 days of cheating. Why not have it in the finals?
Yes. Really, there's no actual rules for this tournament.
It's a morals thing. Right, here we go. The up smash. Shulk already over 100% on this life,
but he's got his jump green on. And it's off.
Jump green really helps. Little Mac wearing the wrong shade of green, of course, but green in general helps with jumping.
Yeah, the green on Little Mac only weighed him down. But with Shulk it seems to be helping, and now he's gone yellow. Super Shulk.
Super Shulk here.
He's gathered the Chaos Emeralds, but he's having trouble... He's having trouble doing anything with them.
So long as he can stay alive here, though, he can tick up Bowser's health and try and get them down to a life each. He needs to stop hanging around in front of that cannonball, though.
Bowser has the range advantage over him with his cannonball, whereas Shulk's sword can only extend 30 or 40 meters in front of his face.
Small by anime sword comparison. For an anime sword.
Yeah, Cloud would laugh at that small sword size, but sadly he's dead.
Here we go, can he... Yep, pulling it... Oh!
And in Homage he's gone Buster, but he's fucked it up. It's drills, it's fists.
It's everything.
But it's not enough.
Shulk's brought it back. And shield there. Super Shulk. Keeping him alive.
Oh. And the sweep there, which you'd think that the propeller would just make the clown car stronger, but no such luck. Oh, he's gone. That was a risky maneuver there for Shulk, and it did not pay off.
Did not pay off. But Bowser...
No,
he survived it.
He's still fine. If Shulk can take him out now without taking any damage, it's going to be... Oh, and it is! It's a one-stock, 0% final here, ladies and gentlemen.
This is a true deathmatch. Why didn't we just start with this and save everybody 3 days?
4. Time here has begun to warp and merge into 1. Or 3 in this case.
So here we go. Shulk in a bit close here. That range really benefits Bowser, and so does the distance. Shulk needs to keep that middle range. It's going to be tough for him.
These are the moves of winners, people. They're dancing around, attacking the air.
Ball slap, and it's so close still. Anybody could take this. Shulk really needs to learn to dodge that cannonball.
Yeah, those balls are dangerous, as we've learnt here.
Gotta dodge those dragon's balls.
It's a shame Shulk's not wearing his swimsuit costume, otherwise he could bring his own balls into the mix.
They could really mix their balls.
But as a minor, it might win in the match, but it would cost him his reputation.
Here we go. 114, that might be it!
Oh, and Shulk's taken it! Unbelievable! I didn't think the Xeno Sword Mondeo boy, I don't know much about Xenogears, had it in him.
I mean, if we look at that last moment again, we were talking about the shins from Shulk there, and that's what he went for.
They certainly came into play at that final moment here. Dan, you know more about the FGC than I do. Would you say that was a wombo combo?
The womboist. Not only was it a wombo combo, he made it rain. And it was scoops.
You heard it here first, citizens. and last. And there we go, citizens, our winners and losers.
Mostly losers here.
Yes, even the winner is only by the smallest of margins here.
There he is with his Queen's Shield. It really goes with his over-designed aesthetic.
Yes, I imagine he'll be putting that high upon his mantelpiece in his robot dragon. I don't know much about the Xenoverse.
So it's been an exhilarating 4 days of nonsense. What do you think we've learned from this?
Well, I've learnt that sometimes the characters that you love, and the characters that are strong, and the characters that are actually competent and good, and you have things to say about, don't always make it past the first round. And you should probably prepare for that to happen ahead of time.
When you're stuck with Shulk, Bowser Jr. and Lucina, what is there to do, really?
Grasp at straws, Dan. Grasp at straws.
Well, I've been Dan Hill.
I've been Jack Mann. And we'll see you next time. Same Smash place. An indeterminate Smash time. Out.
Bowser Jr., can we see that again? That utter disrespect from Bowser Jr., just taking time out to dick around in the fountain.
Just washing off the sweat and grime of the match so far.
It might come back to help him.
But I doubt it. And there it is.
It definitely
didn't. He's